Holiday food is fun, but cookies are the most fun of all. And I'm gonna start by making my peppermint and chocolate sandwich cookies. What's wonderful about this cookie is how the chocolate coats the creamy peppermint center, and it's all made around a simple sugar cookie. I have some pre-bought sugar cookie dough, and I just need to add a 1/4 cup of flour to it, just to make it easier to roll out and to work with. I just stick my hands into the dough and I mix the flour and the dough together. And it's fun because this entire cookie is made around store-bought sugar cookie dough. Sure, you can make your own, but this way it makes it really easy. And they're so delicious, you're gonna wanna make them every year. So you mix all the dough together with the flour. There we go. Then I add a little bit of flour onto the work surface, just so the dough doesn't stick to it. And then I just add the dough right there. Then I take the dough, and again, I just knead it really quick. And this is really fun to do with kids all together as a family. And a little bit more flour, and a little flour on the top. I take my rolling pin, and I just roll out the dough. And see how easy it is to work with? Just like this. And you want to make sure that you roll out the dough about a 1/4 inch in thickness. Then I take my cookie sheet that I line with parchment paper so that the cookies don't stick to the actual cookie sheet. And I take a 2.5 inch cookie cutter and I cut little circles all the way around. Just like that. Grab the cookie, you just grab the dough and put it on to the baking sheet and cut little circles all the way around. And then you just take the scraps and re-roll it out and use it to make more cookies. And this dough makes 24 individual cookies. These 12 are ready for the oven. 350 for 10 minutes until the edges are nice and golden brown. These cookies have been cooling for 10 minutes, so now it's time to make the ganache. I have a 1/4 cup of heavy cream that I'm gonna bring to a slow simmer, and I'm gonna add 1 cup of chocolate chips to it. So we'll use half the chocolate chips for the ganache and the other half to dip the cookies. There we go. And now, I just want to melt the chocolate chips, and then to the chocolate chips, I add 1 teaspoon of peppermint extract. It'll make the cookies really smell and taste like the holidays. All right, so now that chocolate chips have melted, I'm gonna add just a teaspoon of peppermint extract for that nice holiday flavor. And you can smell it. It smells nice and minty. And you turn off the heat, mix it up, and then I just pop the ganache in the fridge to let it cool and set. So I have some cool and set ganache that I just poured into this bowl. And I grab a little ice cream scoop, and what I do is I take one of the cookies, you want to turn them upside down, and just scoop a little bit of the ganache and put it right in the middle of the cookie, just like that. Then I take another cookie and I put it right on top, and gently you press down so that the ganache kind of spreads throughout the cookie. Then you pop it in the freezer just for a couple of minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, just to harden the cookie. That way, you can take the cookie, like these, that I've already cooled, and I dip them in some melted chocolate chips, the remainder of those chocolate chips, and a teaspoon of vegetable oil, just to keep them nice and shiny. You dip them, and look how beautiful they are. I show you another one. You just take it and dip it into the melted chocolate, and look at that, shiny and beautiful. Then I take some peppermint candies that I chopped up, and I basically just place a few peppermint candies right on top of the cookie. Just like that. And look at that. They look so beautiful. Then I pop them back into the freezer for a couple of minutes just to allow the chocolate to set. And then it's time to eat them. And you know what? I've got some cookies that I made earlier that have already set. And look how gorgeous they are. They're so festive and so beautiful and delicious. It's the perfect holiday cookie. Happy holidays, everybody.